Hello, everybody. I am Yolanda Marie. I have another message for you from the Arcturians today, and this is very special. There's something going on in the etheric field right now, you guys, that's pretty amazing. And by the etheric field, it's not just one layer of reality. It's not just a specific frequency, it's through different frequencies, okay? Because this involves what we're going to call ancestors. All right, this could be ancestors that are connected to your physical DNA, but this could also be ancestors connected to your etheric DNA as well. And some of those are going to be both, of course, right? You can have ancestors that are earth-oriented, right? So connected to the DNA that's in your bones now, that's human in nature. And those ancestors could also be ancestors as well in another layer of reality, in another dimension, another frequency that hold etheric DNA, which is also connected to you. So in other words, you're from the same galactic race, for instance. That's just one example, okay? It could also be angelic DNA, but right now we're talking about beings that have manifested into some sort of physical experience at one point or another. So it's not going to, in this case, involve angelic DNA, okay? But what's happening is there is a special type of healing that's happening in these etheric realms right now from different types of, and it does involve specifically more of your human ancestors. I am getting that this is going on etherically as well, though, and that's been going on for a while in terms of galactic ancestry, okay? A while meaning decades at this point, perhaps 40 years, perhaps 40 years is what I'm getting, okay? But now with the human ancestry, there are groups that have been very divided, let's just say it that way, in the planetary realm. So through the densities that have involved Earth lives lived by humans over several generations. Okay, they've been very divided and they've carried deep wounds, you guys. Now you can, as I'm speaking, many things are going to arise into your consciousness. These might be memories. This might be you making connections to what's being said to you from your higher self as well. But pay attention to what's coming through, because this is going to very likely be what is happening connected to you personally. So there have been divided groups that have carried deep wounds in the planetary realm. And this also includes darker energies deep within the groups, which have been allowed to and encouraged, in fact, to attach to nefarious self-serving agendas over the past 3,000 years, you guys. Okay, this has been going on. And that's just the number that is coming through me. All right, that's what I'm getting. That doesn't mean if somebody else says something similar, but a slightly different number or whatever, that's necessarily wrong. Remember how time works. Remember that everyone is channeling perhaps their higher self specifically. They could be channeling a specific group through their purpose, and it could be slightly different. Okay, but over the past 3,000 years is what I'm getting. So these ancestors, through our etheric communication and work, so what you've been doing is what they're saying, they're beginning to open up into healing that specifically addresses these divides that have existed. Okay, these will be divides, across groups, across cultures. It could be anything. But really, let's go back to them pointing out that there's an energy that was encouraged to attach to specific groups, and it really fed into these nefarious agendas that have taken root on the planet. That's an important piece of this, okay? Because these energies right now are being dispersed, dispelled. They're being diffused and then eliminated, actually, is what I'm getting. You could think of it also as transmuted. The energy will be transmuted because energy neither lives nor dies in the way that a being has an experience and then ends. Energy has no end. It simply changes its direction, its purpose. It changes the information that it contains in terms of the frequency. So what we mean by this is it can, and this is what transmute means, it can change the nature of its being, but it will never have an end. This is what we are saying to you. We are the Arcturians. We are saying to you that this energy is being dispelled, dispersed, And it is cascading as a result across the planet in a way that is also affecting others. It will continue to be transmuted, but the energy must have direction. It must go somewhere. And so it has been up to you beings who are carrying forth this awareness, this consciousness, with your purpose to diffuse, disperse, transmute these energies, or rather to transmute the energies that have been dispersed through your field. This has much to do with your symptoms. You call them ascension symptoms. The things that resemble illnesses is much of this energy dispersal moving through your field and being transmuted. This is an important thing for you to know, as it will not continue to this degree for long, but you will continue to have some of these experiences. It is a special thing for you to know what you're doing. You are very special. You are warrior-like in your progress. So we mean by this, you are very persistent. You do not give up. You continue to do this regardless of your circumstances in your lives. This is extremely commendable. This is honorable. This is what you've come here to do. We do not mean this in a way that will affect you from an egoic standpoint. We mean to tell you this so that you can have a clear understanding. We do realize these words that are congratulatory could be triggering to those of you who are releasing your ego. So we wish to say that we understand you are releasing your need for praise. However, we wish you to understand that you can endure. You can continue to progress. We wish to give you motivation so that when you feel as though you are breaking and you can continue no longer, you can remember that it is understood what you're doing on higher levels, and that you do indeed carry this strength within you and have been exhibiting this strength for far longer than you may readily acknowledge. Thank you for your service to yourselves, humanity. Thank you for your service to the galactic community, for the consciousness of the all to continue in its experience of expansion. We are the Arcturian Council. We love you. End transmission.